Pipe Pals, it's me, Old Hoy Smoking Pipe Padre, and this is my holiday video to you. Yes, ho, 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 ho. Let's see if we can do a little recording here. Hold on a second. Okay, so it's the holiday video. Yes, it is. And here we are taking our little virtual helicopter, flying through the Christmas village. Yes, I was hoping to have my Christmas village kitty cat, Elsie, there. She usually sits right there. You can see kind of the dirty snow there. That's where Elsie's been parking herself when she likes to kind of just, lounge about the Christmas world. So I'm gonna have to put in some new batteries for the candles back there. They're kind of getting a little dim. Here's the old Christmas tree here, the old Tannenbaum, with all my little childhood memory things, mostly the Peanuts characters. You know, Charlie Brown tree and Snoopy in his lighted doghouse and all sorts of cool things here. Yes. Of course, the real reason for the season, of course, is the nativity. So there we are. Okay. So I'm using, believe it or not, my brand new iPad Pro 11-inch as we film this. So got a little bit of Christmas going on along here the hallway. I kind of got this idea about a week ago, saying, maybe put some garland up there, some lighted garland and some tartan in there, make it kind of Christmassy looking. Kind of cleaned up my room here, other than it was a lot messier. Maybe I'll find that other video that I just shot. I basically need to really go through and do a good old minimalist, if I can, just try and get rid of a lot of the extraneous junk that I have a couple weeks ago. And it's much improved. It's much improved. Believe it or not, much improved. Okay, and here's the Christmas kitty. Miss Elsie herself. You are such a cute cat. Yes, you are. Yeah, she's such a cute cat. Yes, she is. Yeah, kind of got things a little bit more organized. A little more organized. There's my clock from Baumholder, Deutschland. And so let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's make a new Christmas video. Okay. Guten Abend, mein Pfeifenfreunds. Holy Smoking Pipe Padre here, and welcome to my little holiday video. I am smoking this Ich rauche in mein Pfeife. Let's see. Spice and nice. Spice and nice. And it is nice. And the old housekeeping, my traditional Meerschaum, Calabash Meerschaum. Needs a little bit of TLC, most obviously. But unfortunately, don't have a nice tobacco store or a tobacconist. That could maybe clean it up for me, but maybe someday I'll find somebody. Okay. Well, good evening to all of you. Happy holidays. Well, actually, I like to say Merry Christmas, or even Happy Hanukkah. So, how you been doing? Hope you're doing well. Let me scooch you on up here just a wee bit, lads and lassies. Okay, well, so welcome to my little holiday video. Got some holiday Christmas cheer. Yep, this is a sugar-free mocha, holiday mocha cinnamon, peppermint, something. I don't know. Tastes pretty good. I haven't been smoking a pipe for the last couple of weeks only because of the smokiness here in Chico after the fire. It's kind of nice when we finally got some rains and kind of washed the air kind of clean. So I haven't really had a real hankering for a pipe. And add to that, last week, a week ago today, I was coming down with a really bad cold. Still got some partial residual of that cold, as well as some diverticulitis. That's an old man's disease. So anyway, I've been kind of laid up for about a week. I have to say that I really am enjoying this nice calabash. It is very delicious. That is good. Welcome welcome friend. Yeah. Do I look like a Kris Kringle here? You know, a little bit of a classic Kris Kringle, or let me do a little Kris Kringle Santa here. I can't see everything because I got something that's blocking. Let me do a little Kris Kringle Santa there. Does that look like a little Kris Kringle Santa? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Well, greetings to all of you, and I hope you are doing well. I am, like I said, I've been having the old winter colds. It's kind of typical for me. And I've also been extremely busy with a lot of other extra things we've been doing. So my pipe channel has kind of suffered, and maybe a few of you wonder if I fell off the world, but no such luck, not yet. I'm still here, still among the living, still vertical. So I'm still kind of I think I finally have gotten over, and it almost seems like a little miracle to me, that horrible lower backache, back spasms, and the herniated disc. I was watching a video by the guy I like to watch, the guy in Scotland, a young guy, Don Bauer. And interesting video he had about a week or so ago about sciatica and back injuries. And he said something that was very, very fascinating to me. He said he was talking to somebody, or he was reading something online, and it said that the nerves, or I wish I had kind of written down exactly what he said, but basically the way I heard it, the way I interpreted it, was that the nerve impulses, after a while, they degrade. The pain receptors, which kind of makes sense in some ways if you study pain and pleasure sensory perception, I guess. After it's like when people take drugs or alcohol, they will get this euphoric feeling the very first time, and they're just overwhelmed with this great amount of pleasure. But then the next time you go to maybe have that same experience, well, it's a bit less. It's not quite the same. It's kind of diminished, and it takes more and more of the drug to give you that same original euphoria. And sometimes it goes that way with like even prescription medicine. After a while, the normal dose just doesn't work anymore, which is really sad about pharmaceuticals. And so you need to either increase it or just find a new drug. So that's the problem. And so the reverse, or the opposite, is true when it comes to pain. He said that after a while, your body kind of, those receptors, those pain receptors kind of stop. Maybe they stop talking the way they were in the beginning when you first had the injury. I don't know. So anyway, I'm almost, I mean, I'm not in any crippling pain like I was for the last several months. I'm happy about that. I can pretty much do almost everything I was doing before the herniated disc back in April. I just put in a big jug of, what, 25 pounds of, was it 25 pounds or 30 pounds, 50 pounds? I can't remember. Big old jug of water. It always used to scare me because I was afraid that if I twisted the wrong way, I'm going down like a sack of potatoes. So, but I was able to, you know, and I've been able to do that quite a bit lately, but mostly I didn't have that same fear and trepidation. I just kind of did it without thinking about it. But up until recently, it was like I got to really be balanced. And I mean, still have to be balanced. Have to lift with my, you know, legs, my hips and my, you know, my legs, and not bend over my back, and you know, all those things that you're told, but you sometimes don't do. Because why? Because we're in a hurry. We're in a hurry. So I'm just making a video tonight. Probably not one of my most profound videos. Yeah, I closed the ring on my Apple Watch. That's kind of cool. Gotta tell you, this is really, really good. Married up with this drink here, it's not bad. It's quite seasonal, kind of almost festive, you know, kind of a Christmassy. If that was warm, see, I've been working on that all afternoon. We went to go get a Christmas gift for a friend and send it in the mail, and so I got that this afternoon, and I've been working on it all day. So anyway, yeah, if it was probably, you know, a nice piping hot, it'd really be probably a nice, really kind of a nice little Christmas drink. I mean, and a Christmas pipe. So there we go. Spice and Ice by Boswell's. That's a delicious blend, and it's very, very suitable for this time of year. Well, of course, the traditional Christmas cookie can't be beat. So, yeah, I haven't ordered anything from Boswell's for maybe a year or two. I'm sad to say. Maybe I should give them a call and just treat myself to a little Boswell's. Yeah. So I noticed I had a few messages I haven't checked in my last video, and all those of you who have sent messages and comments and wishing me well. There's been a lot of people who've kind of really been very kind to the old Padre and saying, hey, I hope you get better soon and get well, and I really appreciate it. Really, really, really do. And I want to say thank you to all you that continue to watch and support my little fledgling. You know, it's not really I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that just, and I love doing YouTube, don't get me wrong. And I remember maybe just standing here in this almost very spot saying, I am a YouTuber and I'm going to make more videos. And you know, I think that whole, you know, we're getting close to that time of year when we make resolutions, right? And, you know, and I make resolutions, and some years I keep them and some years I don't. I start off good. You know, and I remember thinking, you know, I really want to, you know, I mean, people like, I mean, not that I'm anything special, trust me, I know that, but there are just some people that like spending time on my video channels, and I know it's like the people that I like to follow, and even sometimes, you know, they have big subscriber lists and viewers and stuff, and every now and then I'll put a little comment, and every now and then it's really sweet to get a little response back for them, you know, like they'd read my message and they liked it, or they'll say, hey, give me a little thumbs up or a little heart thingy, you know, and so, and that's nice, and I like that, and when I send off to my little people that I watch in my queue videos that I like to spend time with, you know, and learn things, and because I'm just interested in those people. I mean, people are interesting, you know. Obviously, there are not a lot of people that want to watch a, you know, middle-aged guy smoking a pipe, you know, and wearing a Santa hat, you know. But there are some people that, you know, that probably, you know, And I don't know why. It's just, you know, that they find it comforting. They like it, and they kind of wonder who this crazy guy is, and you know, and so I appreciate people that just tune in, and I try to be aware of that, and that's why I try to make thought-provoking content. Now, it may not always be something you want to hear or you agree with, and we've had that conversation, you know, ad infinitum. We know, you know, where we kind of stand, and you know, and it's okay. We can disagree, we can agree to disagree, and still have a good time. And you know, I can share with you parts of my life, and you can share with me parts of your life. You know, so anyway, I'm just really grateful for those of you who, you know, have watched from. You know, there's a few of you have probably been around for quite a while, and maybe from the very beginning. God bless you if you have been. And there's some, you know, who have gone away and they do different things, and you know, and then there are YouTubers themselves that, you know, have been online, and I've talked about this before, and now they're gone, and not that they're maybe now, and some of them have gone, they've gone to their just rewards, you know, and but there's some people who are just, you know, life takes a different turn, you know, maybe you moved, maybe you just kind of got bored of YouTube. I got to be honest. I think personally, I'd rather watch YouTube than do YouTube. Sometimes, most of the time, because you know, I mean, I like doing this. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video tonight, one, it's my little holiday video. It's going to be maybe a week early, because I'm going to be really busy, obviously. Got all those, you know, presents to deliver. But I'm making this video because it's kind of a special video for one reason. I am using my new iPad Pro 11-inch, and I gotta say I really love it. But I gotta tell you, I've been wanting to for quite a while really try and do most of my YouTube videos, whether it's this channel or my other channel, trying to use the iPad. And up until recently, that was quite a task to do, and it still kind of is. But with LumaFusion, you can do it. Now, LumaFusion has a couple, for me, I have a couple little things that I'd like to do in my other video, but I found a workaround for that, and I just have to know that you have to get that workflow down. It's real simple. I've already got it pretty much mastered. I don't say mastered, but I got it to where I understand how it works. But anyway, so the big question is, for a lot of people, is can the iPad replace a laptop? Now, for some people, it can. You know, I think that I'm probably on the verge of being that kind of a person. As much as I love Mac OS 10, Mac OS, I've learned Final Cut Pro, the old Final Cut Pro, and now the Final Cut Pro 10. I think it's probably one of the greatest apps or programs that at least, you know, in my life, that I think I will ever have spent time with. I've edited on Final Cut Pro 10 for 10 years now, going on 10 years plus. So it's over a decade. Hard to believe. I have loved learning that program, and I mean, there's probably a boatload of things that I could still learn, and I hope to continue learning. But I really think that I want to give it a shot to see if I can do the videos on an iPad exclusively. And I know that I can do it on LumaFusion. There are 3, 4, I guess there are 5, 5. There are 5 key elements to making my videos. One of them is, it sounds simple, but it's actually quite a little bit. I mean, it's simple if the program allows it, but in the iPad world, you have to find a workaround. And that's the thing I'm learning, is there are lots of workarounds, but you have to learn them. You have to learn the new software. It's not Final Cut Pro. It's LumaFusion. It's different. It's got some wonderful things. And the more you learn, you go, wow, this is really a very capable program. It's awesome. But you have to learn it. And it took me probably, well, it took me at least 1 year, 6 months to a year to learn the basics. I have to say, honestly, for what I do in my videos, probably maybe a few weeks just to get the basics down, you know. But that means every video I'd spend 8 hours, sometimes maybe in the very first couple of weeks, learning Final Cut Pro and, you know, everything. It probably took me about 8 hours just to kind of, you know, figure out everything. There was a guy called emeek77, and God bless him, because his videos really helped me. They helped me to learn Final Cut Pro. And I don't see him on the YouTube anymore. He kind of got a little, yeah, he just kind of took a right turn somewhere, and he just kind of started making these really super, just, well, I don't want to talk bad about somebody. I mean, I think he was a highly intelligent young man. I hope he's doing well, but you could tell that, you know, he probably was going to have some personal problems in his life. Now, I hope I'm totally wrong on that, and that's a value judgment call on my part. And again, I don't want to be speaking ill of anybody. But all I would do, what I do want to say, is that his videos on Final Cut Pro and Motion, and then he was even doing Shake tutorials. Unfortunately, Shake program that's gone. I mean, I don't even think you can run Shake now on a modern system, because that's a 32-bit program. So anyway, it was an interesting time to be learning filmography and video editing, and so I really got a good schooling in Final Cut Pro, and I love that program. I love it to death. But you know, things change, times change. So anyway, I'm going to try now again to relearn video editing on the iPad. Now, I've learned the rudiments, and I can do everything that I can do on my excuse me, Final Cut Pro. I can do scrolling. I can add 3 video layers, you know, when I have like drop-in pictures I can't do in here. Or a little picture-in-picture, like maybe I'll do a little picture-in-picture here. I don't know what it'll be right now. I'm just making it up as I go along. And I can do green screen, obviously. Can do green screen. And I can add even a second audio track. So, can I do all that? And those are, even though that might seem really simple, and it is, those are very simple things. But for me, those are my little bread and butter things that I have to have. And I can do those without thinking about it on Final Cut Pro. I just drop in stuff. I mean, I can edit a video, I can shoot it, and I can, once I get it, all the film and all the audio files and all the pictures, I can put together a video in about an hour. If I know what I want, and I have everything that I need, I can pretty much, from start to finish, I can, you know, go to that timeline and start putting in my clips and put in all my B-roll. If I have audio or music, boom, it's all there. And within about an hour, I have pretty much a start to finish. And then I can tweak it, you know, spend maybe another 45 minutes if I want to just really get kind of creative and play with it. And I can make, you know, you know, have fun with it, you know, if I have extra time. And then I upload it directly from, which is really cool about Final Cut Pro. You can directly upload it directly from Final Cut Pro. You don't have to render it out and then save it, and then, you know, take that little movie file and then take that file and, you know, run it up to the YouTube people. It just does it directly from Final Cut, which is awesome. Well, LumaFusion does the same thing. So this video, from start to finish. Now, I'm not going to do a second ADR. I was going to, but I forgot to do that. Plus, this is a fake pocket. See this pocket here? That's a fake pocket. It's not a real pocket. Now, if it was a real pocket, I would have put my little iPhone 10 there and let it sit there, and I would have done a second ADR, and Bob's your uncle, Sal's your aunt. But fake pockets. I hate fake pockets. Don't take fake pockets. So I'm, the whole thing with Apple is, and they're trying to say that the new iPad Pros, they were saying this like last year as well, that they can replace your laptop. Now I know Richard T out there, who is a real tech savvy guru guy, and he's also from Canada. Why is it that all of the tech gurus are in Canada? Like Linus Tech Tips, he's a Canadian. This guy that I like, Air Photography or Photography Air, whatever. He's a Canadian guy. Has a lot of good little videos. Austin Evans. I think he's a Canadian guy. Oh, there's just all these, Jordan B. Peterson, another Canadian guy. It seems like the internet, and Aussies. There's lots of Canadians and Aussies that have lots of really cool tech videos. So that's kind of fascinating to me. It's mostly Canada and Aussies that are doing the tech videos. Anyway, so there you go. I'm just saying. That's my impression. It seems like. So anyway, but they, the whole thing about trying to do things on a mobile device, can they do them? Yes. But the problem is that everybody kind of always falls in the same trap, and they say, but it's not like Final Cut Pro. It's not like Windows. It's not like a laptop. Because what they're doing is they're trying to compare that workflow experience with the new iOS or the tablet interface workflow, and they're two different things. They're similar in some ways, but they're different. And the problem that we have is, I guess it's if somebody was married once before and then they get married a second time, I'm sure that they probably sometimes compare their new wife with their old wife. Probably. Maybe in good ways and bad ways. And you know what? They're two different people. And if you make that mistake, you're going to probably rue the day that you got married again. Or rue the day that you got married ever. I don't know. Make of that what you will. But anyway, I'm just saying that iOS and desktops and laptops, that's one interface. And and they're not going to be the same. An iOS device is not going to have it. Obviously, say, well, it doesn't have a mouse. Well, technically, with the iPad, you have the Apple Pencil. That's kind of your mouse. And again, the more you learn about what the apps do on an iPad, an iOS device, and you stop trying to compare it with, if I was trying to, and that's what I was trying to do originally, I was trying to compare my iOS experience with my Mac experience, and I was frustrated. Let me tell you, when I went from Windows, and yes, before some of you start, filling the comments with Apple hate mail, which is fine, you're free to do that, it's still a free country, but I was a Windows guy. I used to build my own Windows PCs for about 10 years. And when I first went to Mac, it was hard. I mean, I shouldn't say it was hard. It was frustrating because I kept thinking Windows. And I finally had to realize, stop doing that. You're going to be less frustrated if you just try to learn something new from the beginning. Once I gave myself permission to do that, and then I stopped trying to, do my videos the way I used to do them, and that also meant I now have to allot myself a lot more time. And once I gave myself that extra time, so I wouldn't be frustrated, I wouldn't be rushed, I wouldn't be like, I got to get this done, I began to enjoy the experience of relearning something. So that's the way it is with learning the new interface with the iPad Pros. So anyway, I'm going to make this video. I'm shooting it on my iPad Pro. I'm going to edit it on the iPad Pro, and I'm going to upload it using the iPad Pro. That's it. Not going to touch the computer once. Not gonna, not going to, go to my laptop and sneak, little fun, like I'll run the video over there real quick and then run it back to it. No, just gonna do it all on the iPad, start to finish, and just to show myself that it can be done. Now, I think I did this once before. And I do remember it was a bit painful. It was because I was really frustrated and I was just not really, I was still learning the LumenFusion. I'm still learning LumenFusion, but I got the basics down, and I kind of know my way around the software, the program now, or the app. And so I know the basic functions. I know kind of how to navigate. And know how to, open up certain editors and do certain things. And I'm still learning, but I got the basics down to where I can do chroma key. I can do, I can even do color correction in this if I really wanted to. But anyway, I'm just saying that that's one of the things about iOS as opposed to Mac OS and a laptop experience and an iOS mobile device experience. So there you have it. So this, we're getting on to real quickly the new year. The new year's upon us. Just another couple of weeks, give or take 4 or 5 days, and we'll be in the year 2019. It's hard to believe. It just seems like we're now kind of getting into 2018. It just seemed like I was watching all these retrospective videos about 2017, and it feels like it's really should be 2018 instead, but it's going to be 2019. Hard to believe. So, every year I do try to do a little retrospective, and maybe I'll do that early, like I'll do it right now. Last year, I completely have to be honest and just say I kind of failed. I started off wanting to lose a lot of weight, like I, had tried to do years before, kind of at least keep the weight off, so I didn't, gain it all back. And unfortunately, I haven't gained everything back, and I don't think I'm ever going to do that. But I certainly have put on weight the last 6 months. When I had the herniated disc, I hadn't been walking or running or anything like that. For fear of really making it worse. I haven't been walking the way I should. Part of that has to do again with the air. The air quality has been really, really unhealthy. Now we've had some rains in the last couple weeks, and that's really washed a lot of the harmful stuff down. And I'm sure I could go for a walk tomorrow and it'd be fine. But unfortunately, because we get kind of sedentary, at least I do, it's a little bit colder out there, not like it is in Canada, but it is cold and it's not pleasant. I was taking cold showers again, and I started that about a week before Advent started, and then I got sick last week, and so I haven't taken one. I think I took one probably a week ago. Wednesday was the last day I took a cold shower. So maybe tomorrow I can try to brace myself and start the cold showers again and just kind of say, you know what, let's keep going. Let's do that. Was taking lots of vitamin C the 2 weeks before I got the cold, and normally the colds lasted for me about 2 weeks, and this started to kind of break on Friday. So last Tuesday I got it. By Friday night, I wasn't say I was over it. I'm still not over it, but most of the discomfort and a lot of the cold symptoms are pretty much gone. Still got some congestion, but I usually have that for a while afterwards anyway. So anyway, so I'm looking at resolutions coming up this new year, and one of the things I think I'm kind of excited about, it's probably, and it's something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. It's something that, although I'm intrigued by it, I've kind of been very reluctant to do it. But this, about 2 months ago, I saw a video, young person, you young people out there, you guys can really be motivating sometimes. And it was how they made their kitchen kind of what they call the minimalistic kitchen, these are people that live in very cramped spaces. And so anyway, the one idea that just really rang a bell in me was uh, the microwave. Now, some people pitch their microwaves, and I probably would pitch my microwave too, except I just use it for heating up water and sometimes heating up things. And it is kind of time saving. So, I'm not totally of the mindset of just totally throwing it out, but there are some people in the health genres that are just like, get rid of your microwave. And maybe I should. But anyway, I did, on one hand, I did get rid of it. So what I did, following this young person's advice, was because it was on the counter. It was this it looked like a big old gray tank. And I don't have a lot of kitchen space, a lot of kitchen counter space. I have some, but when I would go to like make a meal, I was always just looking for space to cut things up or to prepare things, and I didn't have counter space. It was very, very frustrating. And the counter was always cluttered. Even though I would have it kind of organized, it was cluttered. So what this person did was brilliant, by the way. They still kept their microwave, but they put it on top of the refrigerator. Who knew? And so that's what I did. It works fine. I can reach it fine, no problem. So that was like the key that I needed to remove, and everything else just started finding its place. And so I'll try, if I can find that picture, I'll try and show you a picture of the countertop. But it's just nice and clean and organized, and I love it. And it's very minimalistic. So this year, what I'd like to do, and it's kind of going to be a big step for me if I do it. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to. I say I want to do it. But to kind of divest myself of a lot of extraneous stuff that I don't need anymore. One of those things is, I don't know if David from Deutschland still watches and listens every now and then. David, if you're there, howdy. But CDs. I have a wonderful CD collection. And unfortunately, I don't even have a CD player. I mean, I have some computer disk drives that can play CDs, but I don't. But my CD player that I bought in Germany almost 20 years ago, it basically doesn't work anymore. I mean, I think it tells time and the radio plays, but the CD player, I think, is the little CD thing. It skips CDs now, and the little cassette tape players are all gunked up and gummed up. And I tried to get it clean, but I don't think those two things are going to ever come back. Maybe somebody who really lovingly could restore that. I'd love to see somebody do that. That'd be nice. The speakers were really nice. But anyway, so with the new smart speakers and a subscription to Apple Music, or even your own personal library that you burned the CDs on, the CDs are kind of obsolete now. Nice to have them if you need them, but everything, as they say now, is in the cloud. It's in the cloud. So you could essentially pretty much give your CDs to Goodwill, and you wouldn't miss them because you have them with your smart speaker. Or if you've already... Now, to be honest, not every single CD that I have is in the cloud right now in a commercial sense. But I'd say 90%, maybe 80% is probably more realistic, but 80% is there. And all I need to do is say, hey, I won't say that magic phrase, but all you need to do is say one of those 2 or 3 phrases, and guess what? You have your music. So now I know some people would say, well, yeah, but it's not like audiophile quality, and I'm not going to go there. That's a different conversation for a different time. But I'm just saying that that most of the things that I have are, a lot of them are, things that I just don't really use. And so, and I have lots of little collections, and maybe I could take this year, and it's going to be painful in one way, because I like to collect just simple things, but again, they take up space, and sometimes I have to I have to say, you know what, do I really need this? So last couple weeks ago, I went through that exercise, kind of the beginning of that, and I went through all my CDs, and I started saying, you know what, a lot of these CDs I kind of bought on an impulse, on a whim, and I don't think I really care for this artist anymore, or, at the time they were cool, but right now I'm just, I kind of outgrown this, or it's not something that I need to keep in my library because I can, it's on my my computer library or my music subscription. So anyway, divesting myself. So I want to kind of go through and get rid of all the clutter and see if I can do that. So I mean, that's what I want to do. So kind of downsizing, I guess, is the theme for 2019. Getting lean in 2019. That's, I used to have these little phrases every year, but maybe that would be one of them. Getting lean doesn't necessarily mean, my physical self, although I still want to do that too. but kind of downsizing from, all of the clutter, the extraneous clutter, and just kind of living a little more simply. And just kind of saying, well, a lot of this stuff is pretty much can be reduced to just putting it on an iPad, taking it with you. Your audiobooks, I have a lot of audiobooks that I have, and even textbooks that I have on iPad. And so on one hand, yeah, I won't go into the technology maze thing because, you kind of say, well, okay, well, these people now are trying to maybe get us to go smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Maybe there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, you do kind of feel like you're being kind of manipulated along a path, and that's not good either. So we want to be careful about that. So, but anyway, but downsizing is not a bad idea, and being a little bit more less bloated with extraneous stuff is it's not a bad idea. So that's what I would like to do. Oops. Getting rid of extra stuff. Who knows? Maybe I'll even get rid of this old Santa hat. I've had this Santa hat for, gosh, maybe 15, 20 years. I probably need a new one. No, I don't need a new one. Just kidding. But anyway, there we go. So anyway, well, thanks for watching the old Padre tonight. I hope you're doing well. I guess you're probably like me, getting, putting the, what if you do Christmas cards like Gary Portier, and of course he designs his own Christmas cards. Some people are like that. There are some people that meticulously, they get those Christmas cards out every year. There are some people that want to get those Christmas cards out every year. And there are some people who think about getting those Christmas cards out every year. And there are some people that really don't think about it at all. Yeah. And, you're getting ready for maybe entertaining some friends. Maybe you're going to go visit some friends for Christmas. That's always a lot of fun. And of course, the food. Got to talk about the food. Yeah. I've been not really trying to go on any real strict weight loss diet, but I am trying to do what's called a St. Philip's fast, which is you basically, it's again a kind of a Byzantine thing. You do, you just basically eliminate oil and meat and dairy from your diet, and then try to, basically eat vegetables. Now, every time I've done a kind of a Byzantine kind of a fast, I make the mistake of doing rice and carbohydrates and not doing the vegetables. Well, this year, all I've been doing is the vegetables, steamed vegetables. A little bit of salad sometimes, and just vegetables. And I guess on Sunday they're allowed to have a little bit of fish and oil and a little bit of wine. Of course, I don't drink wine, but fish and oil, I guess, like olive oil. You could have olive oil in your salad and some fish on Sunday. But during the week, you just eat vegetables. So been doing a little bit of avocado and steamed vegetables, some olives, I had some lettuce today, and that's about it. And I guess you can have fruit. So I take like maybe half an apple and use that to kind of stimulate my digestion there. I've noticed that I've kind of probably lost some weight. I've been doing it now for about 2.5 weeks. I started a week before. Technically, you're supposed to start after the 15th of November or on the 15th of November. I started maybe about the 19th or the 20th of November. Actually, it was after my birthday. So anyway, I'm going to try to get back more into health. I haven't had any real processed sugar or junk food for about 2 months now. Kind of gotten myself winged off of all that stuff again. So I think that's why I've been having some dietary related issues, because every time I do that, I always pay a big price. And I just kind of got to the point where it's just not worth it anymore. You know, I can eat things that most people probably think they're kind of bland and kind of, ugh, you know, but I season them with spices, and once I get my certain palate to where I kind of like it, you know, I could eat tuna fish sandwiches, you know, all year long. When I was a kid, that's all I had for lunch. I never complained. I liked my tuna fish sandwich, you know. I looked forward to my tuna fish sandwich every day, you know. It was tasty, delicious, simple, and I could go out and play. You know, it's like, yeah, we're done. So cleanup's pretty easy, and I try to basically do the one meal a day again. Been doing that for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. With the cold and the diverticulitis, that's kind of easy to do because I'm not quite that hungry. But again, trying to eat healthy things and just not really putting a lot of thought into it. I guess that's it. I'm just kind of like really not as aggressively trying to do it like I have been before. I'm just trying to just enjoy simple things. Again, kind of that simple theme again. I mean, when you think about it, pipe's kind of a simple thing. It's just a, you know, it's just a little, it's a little chimney in your hands. A little fire in your hands. That's what it is. And you enjoy the smoke from it, and then you're done. No batteries. You don't have to put batteries in this. You don't have to upload it, okay? You don't have to download anything. So it's kind of a, you know, it's a one-stop shop thing. You know, it's just right there. It's just, you know, the most perfect thing in the world, I think. A pipe, you know. And you really don't have to do a whole lot, except just kind of enjoy it if you can. And just kind of enjoy the flavor of the smoke, and share it with maybe a friend or talk to somebody. And that's basically it. I don't know. I can't think of Christmas or a New Year being any better than this, you know, really, when you think about it. I mean, the only thing that I think would be, that I would really want would be, and this is something I don't want to be too, close on a sad note here, but, you know, your family members when they leave, and you miss them, you know, and it'd be nice to be able to have them back, and have them there and sitting around the table or in the living room, and, you know, my brother and I be smoking a pipe together, and maybe, you know, my mom and my other siblings perhaps, you know, joining in the conversations. And of course we probably, yeah, those conversations would be interesting. I have to tell you, they would be interesting, but at least I'd rather have that than nothing. But anyway, so hope you're doing well. I think I've gone on too long on this video, but I sure appreciate you watching and spending time with the old Padre. Again, I wish you all the best for this beautiful holy season, and may God bless each and every one of you and keep you and make you happy, healthy, and prosperous in the new year of grace to come. God bless you. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Yeah, why not? Happy and holy Christmas to everyone out there. Ho, 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 ho. Take care. Bye-bye.